My name's Hazen Stribling. I went to the University of California, Berkeley, where I majored in molecular and cellular biology, and now I'm enrolled in the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine. I've been tutoring for 9 years at this point. I started in high school. As I started learning more advanced material, I began to tutor more advanced material, and since I took the MCAT, I've been tutoring that as well. I'm really interested in tutoring because I love the relationship between teacher and student. I find it very rewarding, and I love watching my students go from uncertainty, perhaps a lack of confidence, and then nailing the exam. I really enjoy watching them grow and expand. I think that my most unique and best aspect to my MCAT tutoring is that I know as well as anybody who's taken the exam that it's as much of a endurance race test of strategy as it is a test of content. And I also know that most of the people who are studying for the MCAT have been exposed to 80-90% of the material at some point in their academic career. And so reaching back and remembering it is not necessarily the hardest thing that is tested on the exam. I think it's more difficult when the exam gives you a passage and you have to know, here's the information that I want to pick out from the passage, here's what I'm going to ignore, here's how much time to spend reading it, and then when I should know to just move on. That's really difficult. It's a very fine balance, and if you don't understand that properly, it can end very badly. So I like to emphasize the strategies when I tutor the MCAT, as well as, of course, make sure that the content, the underlying content is up to snuff as well. I think that as a tutor, I strive to be very approachable. I don't ever want to be someone's MCAT tutoring session being something that they dread. I want it to be at baseline something that's perhaps not super fun, but is at least a little bit enjoyable. And so in that, I try to maintain a very positive and encouraging atmosphere. And I also like to encourage students to be able to figure things out and learn on their own time. If we only have 2 hours a week together, I want to set you up with the tools that you need to figure things out, make your thought process function, and develop and grow outside those 2 hours. That's something that I very strongly emphasize and that I've had success with in the past. I think the biggest success that I had was it was actually my friend's younger siblings. Before she took her diagnostic, and I think she got a 494 or 495. So below 500. I spent a summer working with her, a couple hours a week. I drilled her content to some extent, but it was really just a lack of confidence, and she would overthink questions, and then she would go back and forth between answers and waste a lot of time, and she'd get really tired from that, as well as just second guess what she thought was correct. So working with her for one summer, I ended up getting her score on her first MCAT go through, her first full length exam that she took. She got a 516. She decided that she wasn't happy with that. She wanted to go back, do more. So I spent another summer with her studying even more, and she ended up getting a 520. So that was a huge growth. She started at, it was either a 494 or 495. She ended up getting a 520, and that was pretty remarkable. For me, it was definitely the fact that it was such a long exam. I mean, 7 hours, it's huge. And when I was doing the practice exams, I really felt that I was losing steam. So for me, I was really focused on, once I had the material and the content down, focused on finding ways that I could speed up my thought process. Not necessarily cut corners, but just be able to round the corners faster and work more smoothly, more efficiently. That way I took less time to do it, I got less tired, and I ended up having a better result because of it. I think that there's already so much that goes into getting into medical school. You have to do your clinicals, you have to do your research, you have to do really well in school, you have to nail the MCAT, volunteering hours, shadowing. There's so much that's required of us now. It's kind of an absurdity to try to handle all of it on your own. I didn't do it all on my own. I had friends, older brothers, cousins help me with the MCAT. I had my professors let me know about other professors who were doing research projects. I had so much work put into helping me get to one spot. I want to be able to give back a little bit and lighten the load on you guys, because I know exactly what you're going through. I've lived it. It's incredibly worth it. It's just, there's so many different moving parts. And so if I can help alleviate the weight of one aspect, the MCAT, then I would love to be able to do that.